China is that kid who wants candy from every child from the block. China will do whatever it takes to extort what it wants, although it has no idea how to get it. Now China wants to extract militia from Tibet. Wait. Not like any militia, but children. I think Xi Jinping is watching too many movies, and I think he's influenced by the Dictator movie. I know you must have watched it.
No.
Let me tell you in detail about Xi Jinping's new already failing tactic in Tibet. Hi and welcome, you're watching TFI English, the national and socio-political analysis arm of the TFI media group. I'm your host Tribhuvan, and in this video I will tell you how China is training Tibetan children for military warfare. Let's begin. You would think that atrocities on children have become a thing of the past, right? I mean, who brutalizes children as young as 8 or 9 years old, only to ensure that they remain loyal to a certain set of beliefs and principles? Well, the 21st century has not changed China. If anything, China has regressed into the medieval ages. Chinese President Xi Jinping is an insecure person who does not think twice before subjecting the people of China to extremities of unprecedented proportions. With the military standoff with India still going on, the CCP has realized how its Han Chinese PLA soldiers make a clown of themselves in the Himalayas. So the People's Liberation Army needs new soldiers. It needs recruits for its many militias. Now here's the thing, China tried the voluntary recruitment way with the Tibetans, but that drive proved to be an unmitigated disaster. Now the CCP has resorted to forcing Tibetan children as young as 8 years old into indoctrination camps, where they are synthesized to the core. Chinese ultimately aim to use these children against India. It is brainwashing them with brazen Maoist propaganda while systematically erasing all memory of their Tibetan culture and religion. Unfortunately for China, India is all too aware of all that is happening in Tibet. Indian security and intelligence agencies have revealed that the indoctrination of children is aimed at overcoming resistance within the local population of the People's Liberation Army's effort to recruit more Tibetans. According to a report by Hindustan Times, Indian security agencies believe children are being sent to special camps to indoctrinate them with a synthesized worldview that disregards Tibetan Buddhist values and prepares them to be soldiers. These agencies have pointed out the existence of at least 2 camps where Tibetan children aged 9 to 14 years are being provided basic military training and indoctrination to prepare them for induction into militias. The highly placed sources of Hindustan Times added that 200 Tibetan youths, mostly below the age for recruitment into the military, were shifted from a training camp in Shikwane to Gar-Gunsa in Tibetan Autonomous Region, also known as TAR, in November. They also highlighted how China's action to indoctrinate and provide military training to Tibetan children were in brazen contravention of all international conventions. China calls it indoctrination camp boarding schools. Earlier this month, another report by the Tibetan Action Institute shed light on Chinese excesses in the occupied region of Tibet. The report revealed shocking details. Almost 80% of Tibetan children in China have been placed in the vast system of government-run boarding schools, where they are cut off from their families, language and traditional culture. That amounts to close to 800,000 children. Stomach that. China has placed 800,000 children, many below the age of 10, in indoctrination camp to turn them loyal to the CCP and to ensure that they do not turn against the Chinese regime as adults. The report said the schools function as sites for remolding children into Chinese nationals loyal to the CCP. Removed from their families and communities, students must study primarily in Chinese, are barred from practicing their religion, and are subjected to political indoctrination. There is a fundamental difference between China's indoctrination camp in Xinjiang and Tibet. In Xinjiang, China is committing cultural genocide against Uyghur Muslims, not intending to make them fight for it. Han Chinese soldiers are subjugating and brutalizing people in Xinjiang satisfactorily. And then the CCP does not want to enroll Uyghur Muslims into the PLA. But in Tibet, the equations are drastically different. Tibetans refuse to fight for China, especially against India. Han Chinese soldiers, meanwhile, are not capable of fighting India and surviving the unforgiving Himalayan climate while at it. As such, China desperately needs Tibetans to join the PLA. But as reported by TFI, Tibetans refuse to join ranks with the Chinese Communist Party. Successive enrollment drives have proven to be duds, and the Tibetan people have splendidly snubbed the PLA. So having failed at getting Tibetans to join the PLA voluntarily, the CCP is now trying to manufacture an army of Tibetan soldiers that will fight China's battles against India. But like all other moves of the CCP, this one will backfire as well. Why? Because Tibetans are a culturally vibrant and aware community. They know they are under occupation and are being subjugated. And then they are sympathetic to India. Having said that, it is not like India is doing nothing. The Indian army has rolled out Tibetology courses for its officers and soldiers, and this suggests how India is preparing for people-to-people ties with Tibet. Tibetans are not loyal to the Chinese state. China will never be able to completely erase the sovereign sentiments prevailed amongst the Tibetans. It is exacerbating the hatred that Tibetans feel for Chinese communists by subjecting their children to political and cultural indoctrination. By attempting to build an army of Tibetan conscripts, the CCP is digging its own grave once again.